Hello, dear friends. Alain Cardon, MCC from the International Coach Federation. I'd like to share a few things about how I work as a systemic coach. A lot of my inspiration, I think it's no secret, comes from physics and more particularly quantum physics and other, thought patterns. Actually, I'm not pretending that I'm working in on a quantum physics level, but the mental processes, the mental what the we could say the metaphors from quantum physics are really interesting to apply in coaching. And I will give an example, for instance, of what we call time space management. Managers love to come to coaches, and coaches also say they accompany clients in their time management issue. It's a long story. It used to be in training and consulting, and there's time management apps and all kinds of other, time management. But it's not time space, and we need to think in terms of time space. So when a client, for instance, an executive, a CEO, or anybody comes and says they have a time management issue, I am immediately think space. What is his space? Because time management issues most of the time is based on the fact that people do things they shouldn't be doing, and more particularly that they're actually doing micromanagement. They're managing things of the level below on which they are. They're very good experts. They were validated for being excellent experts in a field and managing details in expertise. And they identify themselves with their expertise. They don't identify themselves with the level on which they are. That is a managerial level that should be more strategic rather than in detailed expertise. So there's an identity issue, and they are not in their place in terms of identity. They're in the place of a level below in the expertise instead of being on the level of management or even executive, looking at the horizon and being strategic. So when somebody says they have a time management issue, they have actually a place management issue. They are not at their place. They're not at their level. And the main question becomes how to help them develop all their strategy and climb up to the level on which they should be. That is strategic, managing not the technical dimension of the people below, but orchestrating the people below so they work together towards a strategy and for them to put all their energy on the level on which they are and become real managers. It's a true fact. I would say that every time somebody is promoted to a certain level, or he or she finally starts doing what they should have done at the level below when they were in the level below. When they were on that level below, they were working finally on the level from which they came. So there's a jet lag in people's promotions. One of the main issues I think coaches need to focus on is how to get people to assume the level on which they are. Actually, when they come to the coaches, they always have a little jet lag of being on their previous level. So it's a space management issue. It's not a time management issue. So that's one, example of let's think time space. Let's think energy matter. Matter energy is like time space. And let's look at patterns. Is one of the dimensions before beyond the four dimensions in quantum physics. It's called the pattern dimension or whatever, and time crystals and things like that. It's good food for thought to look in quantum physics for coaching. And I'll come back with other examples, but thank you very much for listening to me this time, and hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.